Welcome, my name is David, also known as TheCloudyDave here on YouTube, and this is my introduction to electronic cigarettes part 2. And in this video I'm going to be talking about what electronic cigarette is, the beginner kit I advise the people get, and where to get it, and how it works. So let's get started. First up, basically, that an electronic cigarette is made up of a battery and a switch of some sort to activate the battery, and a coil which gets hot that will vaporize the liquid that you will inhale that has nicotine and flavorings. That's basically it. It's that simple. Some of them may get more complicated. They have all different kinds of controls and they may look different, but for the most part that's what they are. It's a coil that's able to get hot because a battery is applied to it and it vaporizes the liquid so that you can inhale it and get your nicotine fix, whatever you want to call it, and you get a nice flavor depending on the kind of juice you have in there. So for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and introduce to you what I recommend most people get when they first start out vaping, which is an eGo. The eGo is just a particular name of a type of electronic cigarette that's made that is very reliable, it's very cheap, and it performs great. It helped me quit cigarettes completely when I got my eGo kit. The first day I got it was the last day I smoked a cigarette, and I've been smoke free since. I've gone on to big battery mods that vape better than this, but this, for quitting purposes, to me is where it's at because it's cheap. It helps you get into vaping. You first start learning about it, you get more used to it, and then you're able to move up and change things around and get more into it once you start off with an eGo. So this is the eGo. This is a battery that it comes with. There's 2 batteries in each kit, and basically it's a battery and a switch in one. So basically you activate the battery by pressing that little button there. It lights up with a white LED, and when it's run out of charge, it'll blink 20 times, letting you know that it's dead and you have to recharge it. To recharge it, you will need your charger. It comes with a charger, the kit, and you go ahead and you can plug that right in there like this. It just screws up in there. You plug it into the wall with that, or you can disconnect this part and you can plug it into your laptop or computer. It's very handy because sometimes you don't have a wall outlet so that you can plug it into, but you might have a computer or a laptop you can charge it off of. One of those handy mobile chargers that carry batteries in them, and they have a USB port. Plug that in there or in your laptop or computer, and you can still charge your electronic cigarette. Or if you have an empty outlet, you can go ahead and put that in there and you can charge it. It will be green when it's fully charged and red while it's charging. So just remember that. These batteries last pretty good. They last anywhere from 6 months to a year depending on usage. Of course, that's assuming the switch doesn't break from you dropping it a whole bunch of times, but for the most part they last really long. I've had all my eGos. I probably only broke one because I dropped it so many times, but I've had all the rest of mine for over 6 months now, and they're still vaping strong. So these are really good to get. They'll get 2 in a beginner kit, and then you're going to need what they call an atomizer. Now, atomizer is basically a coil, and this is what the battery is going to energize. When you hit that button, it will activate it will power the coil. The coil will then get hot, and at that point, whatever liquid is in there will vaporize, and you'll inhale that and get the nicotine and flavoring that you put inside. And the next part of it, I'll break out my other one, is the cone. Now you'll notice that the difference between these two is that there's a cone over this. This cone comes off like this. There's that cone. And basically it's mostly for decorative purposes, but it also tightens up the draw a bit so it's not as airy. So I like it. It helps with the vapor production. It screws on there just like that. And that's how it'll look after you have the battery, the coil, and the cone on top of it. Then I put a drip tip on it. The kit will come with cartridges. You can take out that filler material that's in them, or you could just leave it in there, and you put that on top, and you can vape right off of it. When you go ahead and put your atomizer on and your cone on, you can then take your bottle of juice. You're going to drip 3 drops just to maintain the wetness. When you first get a brand new atomizer, it's going to be dry. You're going to go ahead and put 6 to 8 drops in there to get it nice and wet, and then keep on dropping 3 drops to keep it going. You don't want your atomizer to get dry, so always keep it wet, and you don't want it to be flooded, and when you do that, it'll gurgle and it'll make poor vapor performance. So you want to keep a track of how much you're dripping in there. It's not too hard. You'll get used to it pretty quickly, and let me show you how it performs. That's how it performs. Sometimes you get more vapor depending on what kind of juice or how fresh your battery is and how good your atomizer is, whether you're using a standard resistance or low resistance. I'll do another video where I explain more things about atomizers, batteries, and tips, and juice, and all that stuff. But that's basically what it is. You can get one of those kits at www.liberty-flights.com for $40. If you click that 20% off in the corner button, you'll be able to get it for $40 plus $3 for shipping. That's a really good deal. You'll get basically 2 copies of everything I showed you: the battery, atomizer, cone, and they'll give you a 5-pack of cartridges so you can pop on there. Like I said, you can take out the filler material. Most people don't use cartridges anymore. I don't recommend it. I just use them as tips to put on there, and I recommend that people go ahead and drip. Like I said, 3 drops to keep it wet. On a fresh atomizer or a blown out atomizer, you're going to go ahead and put 6 to 8 drops in there. So that's basically it. It's nice, it's sleek, it's like a pen. It fits in your hand perfectly. You can go ahead and put it in your pocket. They sell button protectors like this. And you go ahead and put that on top of there like that, and basically it'll protect the button from being depressed. So when you put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, put it in your book bag, it won't fire. You can go ahead and pop that back off like that, and then it fires, and you can go ahead and vape. And that's basically how it works. With that alone, with that unit right there, you can go ahead and quit. All you need is get yourself some juice, which I'll talk about in my next video of where to get juices and basically more about what the juice actually is and do. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 3 of my introduction to electronic cigarettes. Thank you for watching. Peace.